welcome to your daily love reading for Thursday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 5 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. I'm going to bring in my deck, the beautiful Almost Tarot. I'm also going to bring in the Open Heart Oracle messages by Kat Cherry and the Divine Timing Oracle by Cherie from Divine Visions, just to get some number sequences or timings or anything you need to know about time. And I'm also going to bring in 2 gorgeous decks by our soul sister Gudi Rosehill, who's also got her own channel. So I will link that in the description box below. Go and check her out. She's amazing. She connects with the energy of Jesus and God and Swami, and it's really beautiful. So I'm going to bring in her decks, the Love Oracle and the Twin Flame messages. So let's see what we need to know. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? And what's the energy around them today? What's the energy that's coming in around them today? What's going on with them flying out there? So I feel that's the most important one. Look at this power. They are stepping into their power. There could be some storms around, lightning strikes too. What's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey today? Thank you, angels. Okay. And what's the guidance coming through for you today? What do you need to know from the angels? What's the guidance coming through for them today? What's the guidance coming through from them today or for them? There's the message. And what's the guidance for the journey today? Straight out. Wow, very powerful. What do you need to know from the above today? What do they need to know from the above today? And when I say the above, I'm kind of connecting with your higher self as well as the angels, your guides, the universe, the higher power. I feel this is something coming from the self, so the higher self. So what's the guidance for the journey today? And we're going to connect with what energy you're in, what you're dealing with, what you're feeling or experiencing. So what's the message for you today? What's the message for you today? Straight out on the floor. And what's the message for them today? What's the message for them today, or what are they feeling or thinking? I feel it's that one. And the energy around the journey today. What's the energy around the journey? Thank you, angels. And that one there. Okay. And then any timings or numbers or anything else we need to know connected with divine timing on this journey. What's the message for you? What's the message for you? There it is. What's the message for them? Straight out, even jumped on top of the pile there. And what's the message for the journey? Wow. So I feel it's definitely this card, and then I'm going to take the other ones that came through as clarifiers. So I'm going to put them to one side, okay, as clarifiers. Okay, you can see them here, so I'm just popping them there. So let's see what the guidance is then. So first of all, the message for you is enlightenment. So this could be a day of enlightenment to you, where you recognise that you are perhaps needing to move on in some way. Now, we can never move on from our twin flame, our soul counterpart. It's not possible. You can try to, you can deny your feelings, push them down, repress them, but you can never forget them. You can try and move on with someone else, but it will never feel the same. It may fulfill certain things. We spoke about this the other day, ticking all the boxes. Your person ticks all your boxes, just like you tick all of theirs. So you can try and be with someone else, but it doesn't really work. What does work is moving on from the struggle, moving on from the drama, moving on from the attachment to the outcome or the need for it now. And guess what? That's enlightenment. So when you surrender, you're able to move forward in a new way. You're able to feel much lighter and brighter and much better about anything you're going through. So I feel the message here is to know that you can't move on, but you can move up. You can move forward. You can move from beyond and from the pain. It is a choice you make. Because you can sit around saying how bad everything is and sitting in that pain and struggling with it all. Or you can have a good cry and then say, right, I'm going to move forward now. I'm going to take back my power. I'm going to remember who I am. And I'm going to move on to new things. So moving on to new things means putting your energy elsewhere. Putting your energy towards things you enjoy. Things that lift you up inside, things you are excited about, like your dreams and your goals, even your career. You can get excited about that. Spiritual projects, travel, meeting up with friends, family, spending time with your children, doing things for you instead of thinking about them constantly. And that's how you adjust your vibration. So recognize that it's enlightenment to know that you can't move on, but you can move forward. And that's really what this message is coming through. And some of you may feel that you need to move on to recognize this. You think, I've had enough of this journey. I've had enough now. And that's fair enough feeling that way. But you can try and move on and do new things, but you'll never truly forget them because you are one. So you learn to live with the energy and experience the energy and allow the energy, which means you know that you have to put your boundaries down. So you know if they're hurting you, letting you down, not stepping up yet, still stuck in something they need to release. And no matter what you seem to do, it doesn't change. The only option you then have is to surrender and move on from that situation and drama, allowing them to find their own way and trusting them to do that in divine timing. And you go into a period of enlightenment. You can also move on in your own way. So you may find that you want to end your own karmic cycles. So you may be in your own karmic relationship right now that you know it's time to move on from. So obviously you can move on from the things that don't serve you. And they are also connected with your twins' energy. So if it's not serving you to be around them until they're free or until they're in a higher energy, then that's absolutely the right thing to do. Knowing you can't move on from the person, but you can move on from the struggle. You can cut the cords, but you can't ever cut cords of love. You can cut cords of fear and struggle, but not cords of love. If you think I'm going to do a cord cutting, it doesn't work. In fact, cord cutting from your twin flame makes you actually want them more. It makes you more urgent. It may make you have more vivid dreams or more ascension symptoms. But I feel you're receiving enlightenment about this fact that you can't move on, but you can move forward and you can move up above the ego and the challenges. But I feel many of you watching are also in things yourself. Because you may think, well, I'm in a relationship I need to move on from. And that's the enlightenment that you're receiving right now. You're receiving guidance from heaven that now is the time. Or maybe you feel you need to move on from a specific person, as in a friend. You may think, I just don't want to be around this friend anymore because they're being very negative to me, or they don't get me anymore. We've got different belief systems. You may feel you want to move on from a job you're doing and you want to move into something more in alignment with your spiritual path or your spiritual purpose. You may find you want to move on from the place you live. Perhaps you want a fresh start, you want a new beginning. So you're thinking of relocating or moving home. So there's many ways you can move on. You can move on from doing things that don't serve you, like drinking alcohol, eating foods that don't do nice things to your body, being around negative things, paying attention to negative things, absorbing negative things. You have a choice what you move on from. So what I'm feeling is today for you is actually a day of enlightenment. And the way you receive enlightenment is through silence, isolation, spending time with yourself, going into nature, walking in the rain, especially if there's some rainy weather around or some storms. Even if it's really warm and you're having a parasol to keep you from the sun, I feel you're out in nature walking today or sitting in nature, thinking by yourself, aligning, and that's bringing in enlightenment. And Archangel Uriel is bringing that in. So when you enlighten yourself, when you go into calm energy, when you relax yourself, when you go into nature, when you meditate, when you breathe, when you decide to move on from the things that you're struggling with, you purify your mind. And when you purify your mind, it will purify theirs because you're going through a cleansing. So I feel the message here is that you are going through a cleansing. Now, you could also be drinking more water. I feel someone watching is doing or thinking about doing some kind of fast. So you may be thinking, I'm going on a water fast. So in other words, you're just drinking water. You're not drinking alcohol. So you could be going on a fast from booze, for example. You might think, right, I don't want to drink alcohol anymore. I'm going to have a break. I'm going to do a detox, a cleanse, and I'm going to just drink water as your beverage. Or some of you might think, I'm going to go on a fast where you're not eating food, or you're perhaps eating certain foods and drinking more water. So I feel this is also a cleansing. So you may be guided right now to do a cleanse. Maybe that's what you're doing today, or maybe over the weekend you're thinking of doing a cleansing, or perhaps you're going into some kind of cleansing in water. I feel someone is being baptized as well. Remember, it doesn't matter whether you're watching this today or in the future and you come across this message. If you're being baptized, you're being cleansed. Now, I know that won't resonate with everyone. There's different things popping in my mind here. So take the messages that resonate with you. But we're all going through a cleansing right now, releasing the things that no longer serve us. Why? Because it's the year of the wood snake, as I record this in real time. And the wood snake is purifying you, cleansing you, helping you to shed the skin of the past and to get rid of anything that's toxic to you or not serving you. And that's how you purify and cleanse. And we've got dive with me into my silence. So I love that we've got the water energy flowing in for you, because right now we're in the Cancer season, which is water energy, connected with emotion. And we are connected with water because it's within our body. We're connected also with the moon, and we're moving towards a moon cycle. So you may be feeling that too. And you may just be feeling extra sensitive because of the cycle of the year we're in, with it being Cancerian season. So you may be feeling emotional. You may be a water sign watching this. You may just be feeling emotional. Maybe you're crying, or you need to release those tears. It's good for you. Or maybe you want to go by the ocean. Maybe you are booking a trip to go and be by the ocean, or perhaps you live by the ocean and you're being guided to go and be near water, or be near a waterfall or a stream, or maybe you want to go on a boat trip, or perhaps you love doing water sports, or whatever it may be. Perhaps you just want to go swimming if you haven't been swimming for a while. Or maybe you want to go and do some diving, some actual diving, so you can see the things under the surface of the ocean. But this is really about going deep within. So I feel this dive with me into the silence is about enlightenment, going into silence, going into nature, spending time with yourself. It would be very beneficial for you to do that today, or maybe sorting out some time to do this. This is very powerful. This is coming up. For me personally, I've got a trip coming up to go by the ocean. So this really resonates with me too. And dive with me into my silence is also when your person is silent, that you can telepathically communicate, that you have the power through meditation and the 5D to feel what they are feeling and experience what they are going through. So this is all a form of enlightenment. I feel the message for you today is enlightenment. And when you go into your own self, when you reconnect with your own soul, when you observe what's going on, not only do you recognize that you are a human being, and that means you are a physical being, you have a physical body, and you have a physical ego, and you have physical things you deal with, as well as being a spiritual being, having that human experience. And the human side of you has faults. And guess what? That's okay. It's okay. What isn't okay is when you keep doing the same things that bring you pain, because you gain wisdom and knowledge about how to handle things. So the angels say humanness, that means your body, the human part of you, the part with the ego that gets stressed out and feels challenged and afraid and lonely. Humanness means unity in thought, word and deed. Gratitude is our life breath. So whenever you go into the human aspect of yourself, when you start worrying about things, or you start noticing that you are thinking thoughts that aren't in alignment with your higher self, or your words are coming out wrong, or maybe you are doing things that aren't in alignment with your spiritual truth. So you may be putting up with things you don't need to put up with, or you may be needing to set boundaries in some way. You recognize that that's part of you being human. And a way to uplift you out of any dark times you're in, or any feelings of pain or loss or stress, is to use gratitude, because gratitude uplifts everything. It makes everything better. When you're feeling grateful, you feel healthier, you feel more in tune with source, you feel stronger, wiser, and you feel more at peace. And that's the life breath. So yes, use breath work to breathe life into you and calm your energy down and relax you, especially if you're doing a meditation or in this calm state. But also you could sit in nature and be grateful for everything. You could go for a walk in the rain or a walk in nature and go through all the things in your mind you're grateful for. And that allows you to see beyond the faults, because you might feel like you've made a mistake, or there's certain things about you that you wish were different. And that puts you into fear, saying, if only I was different, if only this was different, things may be different. But you can't change the past, and you are you for a reason. So the more you accept yourself, faults and all, flaws and all, the better things will be. So is there a fault within you, or is it a fault within the other? So the message here is, and they give me fear, releasing fear is also a form of enlightenment, because you start observing things in a higher way and recognizing, hang on, Is it really their fault, or is it something I need to heal within me? Because anytime you're pointing a finger at someone else or judging someone else, it's always the opportunity to turn the finger back to you and say, what is it within me that's getting triggered by this? Or why do I feel I need to have an opinion about that? Or why do I feel it's my job to criticise them or think they're doing something wrong or not recognising the lesson they are learning? So next time you start judging someone or criticising your twin or blaming them for something, say, is it their fault or is it something going on within me? So the angels are asking you to breathe today, to be still, to look within for the answers and see that you are actually divine mirrors of each other. And this is reflecting. So for example, if you're doubting them, then they're going to show you more actions that bring doubt in for you. If you're doubting them or saying they're not capable, they're going to delay things because they'll feel the energy and they'll start doubting their own capability of changing. So from your point of view, if you are being triggered by something, affirm and say in your mind, I'm willing to release that part of me that gets triggered or angry or that goes into fear or stress when I think about you. So the angel's saying, whatever's going on today, be still, go in nature, go for a walk or sit in nature or calm your energy down, breathe, look within and then understand. And that will bring in enlightenment. And it will help you to know what's going on within the heart and then be grateful for everything, and that will uplift your vibration. Now, what you're saying is, I know that you deserve to be treated better. So really what you're saying to yourself here, these are things I feel that you're saying to you. Because you know that you deserve to be treated better. So you're not saying to your masculine, I know you deserve to be treated better. Obviously you do know that because they do deserve to be treated better if they are in a karmic relationship or if they are being put on in some way in their life. So you do know that they deserve to be treated better, but you do treat them better. So it's not that you need to treat them better, you need to treat yourself better by setting your own boundaries down and saying, I know I need to be treated better, I deserve to be treated right, so I need to treat myself right to teach other people to treat me that way. So again, I feel this is a form of enlightenment. So if you feel they are not treating you right, turn the finger to you and say, what am I doing that isn't treating myself that way? And it may be that you're not being kind to yourself in that moment, or you're not setting a boundary down, or you're letting them do something that you perhaps wouldn't let anyone else get away with in your life. So you really have to think about you and how you're handling things. And you do know that they deserve to be treated better, and that can be another reason why it's frustrating for you if you see that they are putting up with things and you're thinking, why are you doing that? Why? But they've got to come to their own conclusions. I'm just not sure what to say to you right now. So you may not know what to say to yourself when you are in this silence because you're in the isolation, you've calmed your energy down, and you may not know what to do. You may not know what to say to yourself. So you find the words of gratitude and you find yourself in a very silent pause where things start making sense, and it can be very uncomfortable to actually face yourself in that way at first, and then you get comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable and it gets better. You may actually not be sure what you want to say to your person right now, and that can actually also be causing blocks in communication because perhaps you think, well, I know what the block in my throat, my goodness, synchronicity. You just took my breath away. So if you're experiencing feelings of you can't breathe or you block, there's a block there, you can hear my voice just went really croaky there, it's because there's meant to be silence today. There's meant to be a silence so you can go within and get enlightenment. They may take your breath away because you may not be sure what to say yourself. You want to respond with love in your situation instead of acting with fear. And I feel this also, they're not quite sure what to say to you today. So really today, the best form of action is silence and enlightenment through introspection. And so they are giving me some blocks in the throat there. You could even do a healing in the silence on your throat chakra to open up the communication, to clear the way for communication, to help you to release anything that may be causing negativity or fear within you, to release those things to feel free. Now, we've got winter. And what I'm feeling with winter is it's not really about the energy of the season itself as a timeline. This is about how things may feel right now to you. You may feel very cool between the two of you. You may feel stale. You know, things don't really grow in the winter time. They are on pause. And in the spring, things come back to life. So I feel what you may be experiencing is a period of winter in your own journey, or a pause where things may seem to be on hold or quiet or not quite doing anything, but it's actually the calm in a way before the storm, because things are about to heat up and shift. So for you today, it's a very important day of enlightenment and finding time for you. Now, the energy coming in around them is memory. So they are definitely thinking about you very clearly, and that's bringing in clarity and it's bringing in power. So them thinking about you and thinking about the memories is reminding them of how they feel about you, which is making them very clear on the fact that they want to be in their power to take action towards you. So the first thing I'm connecting with here is they are thinking about you, and they're thinking about the way they want you, the way they desire you, the way they are passionate about you. I feel they may look at you through their phone too. So they may well have access to you on social media, or they may have a photograph of you that they are looking at and they're thinking about you. They may have messages on their phone or their device that they are connecting with related to you. They could be rereading them or replaying those conversations in the mind. They may be listening to a song. Some of them could be listening to readings. Not many though, I feel. They go within instead. But some of them could be, they give me a block again, receiving some kind of guidance about what you feel or what you think while there is a block in communication. Some of them may even like using crystals. Again, this isn't all them. Some of them will. Some of them won't even know what crystals are. But, you know, I feel somewhat of them could be connected with clear quartz crystal or even rose quartz, but I'm feeling clear quartz. Maybe you're using clear quartz right now to gain clarity on perhaps what they are thinking, or you could be getting a reading or connecting with this reading to find out what they are feeling. But I feel they are definitely thinking about you. Their mind is occupied with thoughts of you, and they want to get clear about the next steps to take. So them thinking about you is actually bringing clarity in and reminding them of your power and the way you are and the power you seem to have over them in their life, in their mind. Because remember, no one has power over us without our own permission, but you have power in their life. You have power over them because they are thinking about you. And they are stepping into their power right now to gain clarity and understanding about how to move forward and make more memories with you, which is what they truly do want. They want to communicate the thinking about it. They may be writing a message on their phone that they intend to send to you. If you're wearing red today as well, I feel that's an extra message for you, because red is about passion and fire. But I feel they are stepping into their power. So you could well see lightning strikes or lightning bolts, or you could see electricity in some way. Okay, you could find that you're having electricity overload. So maybe a socket blows or a light bulb blows up, or these things happening because it's a sign of the power of the love, the passion between you and the chemistry. Now for them, we've got you are my hidden treasure. So what they want you to know, what they may not be admitting to you or saying to you, what's kind of hidden in them, is that they see you as a precious thing. To them, you are their hidden treasure. So again, this could be a hidden connection right now. They could be hiding their feelings from you, or they could be hiding this connection from the world because it may be forbidden in some way. So obviously they've got to bring it out into the open, but you're their happiness. So they know that you're their happiness, even if they are hiding that, even if they aren't telling you that directly right now. So they are getting information right now. It says go information, or this is good information. It says go, God and good, okay? So good information is education. So they're receiving information right now through the things they're doing. And what they're actually doing is they're looking at your social media to gain information, to see what you're up to. They're curious about you, or they're rereading messages to try and gain information about what they've done or what they need to do. Or they're looking at your pictures to connect with you in some way. But education should be for life, not for a living. So what I'm really connecting with here is they are learning things for their life. They're learning things about life. It says we do not need different kinds of information, we need transformation, and that's so true. So they are actually transforming through the things they are going through. So what you're being guided to remember is it's not just about what they are learning through the things they see or do, it's the things they actually experience. So if they're in a karmic relationship, they are learning from that situation. They're gathering information from it through the experiences of it. Even if you don't recognize or know why they're still in that, there will be a reason for it. And they're saying sometimes I can be a really poor communicator. And that's why they say no. I know I can't send this message today. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. So I feel if you're thinking, are they going to communicate today? I feel the answer is a no. And the reason why is because it's not the right time. This is a day for you to go within and breathe and move into a form of enlightenment, to reconnect with yourself. It's not the right time for them to communicate because they're still trying to work a few things out. They're still working out what to say and how to say it. So the no is a not now. The no isn't forever. It's a not now. And I feel they are recognizing what they need to say no to in their life to be able to say yes to you. So they are apologizing for being a poor communicator. So the energy around the journey today is action and 5D connection. And we've got chaos. Wow. So what I'm feeling is there's definitely action happening, even if you can't see it at this moment, because it will be strategic action, just like a chess game. So they will be planning their next move. That's why it's a no today, because they're working out what to do in the right way and the best way for all involved. So they are planning their move and they are actually showing you what their moves are going to be through the 5D. So if you have a vivid dream where they come to you and show you what their next action step is, you're being guided to trust in that. If you have a vision or a preview through something you see on social media or you just feel it, then that's what the action step will be. And you also know that the right action today is to connect with them on the 5D, to surrender, throwing arms up into the air there, giving it to heaven, feeling free. I'm also feeling, I know this is a strange one, but someone may be going on a roller coaster today. Or you may feel like you're on a roller coaster ride of emotions, but you may actually be going on one and throwing your arms up because that helps you to release inhibitions and work through fears. There could also be dancing for someone as well. Or things could be coming in over the weekend, things you could be experiencing to enjoy yourself and connect with your inner child. But take action on the 5D. So if you want to tell them how you feel, tell them on the 5D. If you want to make love to them, connect with them in the 5D. Connect with them that way because it will be better right now. And the reason why is because there may be a lot of chaos going around in their physical reality. So things could well be up in the air. Especially if they are moving away from certain things and needing to make decisions, there's chaos there. So you will be protected in the physical world from their chaos. Yeah, we got moving out of the shadow. Why? Because I want to be playful with you and I secretly watch you. So the message here is very clear. They may not yet be physically ready to come forward in the physical today, but they are watching you. They're thinking about you. Memories, remember, on the phone, looking at you, watching your social media, maybe writing something out they want to say to you, looking at your pictures or messages. They secretly watch you. And you may secretly watch them too. But I feel this is a message that they're watching you. And I also feel that this is a message from God himself, the creator, or whomever you connect with up there, saying, I am watching you. I'm secretly watching you, making sure you're okay. Now, there's also messages saying I want to be playful with you. So I definitely feel the universe itself wants to have some fun with you. Wants you to be playful, wants you to lighten the load, wants you to enjoy life. So you may get little flirty messages from the universe showing you that you were loved and safe. You know, I remember, if you're wondering what that means, you know, I went to a concert once at the O2 Arena and went to the bathroom at half time and it's a huge building, a huge venue, as you can imagine. So there's lots and lots of toilet cubicles. And the one that I went in, it got a big heart on the back of the door. And it said, you are loved. And it's always stuck in my mind because that was the universe flirting with me, saying, you do know that you are loved, don't you? It's like God saying, I love you so much, you are so safe. So I feel there's going to be flirtiness happening from the universe. But this could also be a big sign that they want to come back when they're in a more playful energy. They want to be very flirty with you and very loving towards you. So they're moving out of their shadows to do that. And you're moving out of your shadows by stepping into enlightenment. And you can also have some fun with them in the 5D today. You can have some fun with your inner child and release that fear. Now, the way that you shine like the sun, and really that's your message, because they want you to know, they give me fear. So I definitely feel this fear is to release the shadows. When you shine like the sun, when you're shining your light, it's very attractive to your person. It turns them on. It makes them feel good because your sun is warmth and power and light. So your guidance here is to shine like the sun. And the way you do that is through light work, through connecting with your higher self, through working on your purpose, mission, doing things that lift you up. Going in nature helps you to feel lighter and helps you to get back to work on yourself. And then you choose good choices. You choose good things for you. You choose only good. And that's gold. And you also choose God. You choose to focus on the connection with self and source. So I definitely feel there's two messages here. First of all, for you, you're being guided to shine your light and focus on light work to do that, so you're out of ego. And that allows you to choose God and to choose the energy within you that connects you with source, so you feel more at peace. And also they're going to choose good choices because that leads to you. And they want to be more like you. They want to lighten their load. Maybe they're busy at work and they're being guided to lighten the load at work. But they are being guided by your light. So first of all, the message for light work says to transform the world from its present state, there is no need for a new social system or a new religion or creed. What is essential is a body of men and women with same ideas or same ideals. So in other words, what this means is you don't have to go out there and change the world. You just have to change the way you see the world. And that has an impact on the world. So what's more essential than getting a new social system or a new religion or creed or anything else is to actually recognise that we are one with all things and to work on our light and feeling lighter, which means just being more positive in general. Just realising there's a bigger picture. Not worrying about things so much, and then you choose only the good. So you see no evil, you see what's good. And this is so true. It doesn't mean that you are putting blinders on to what's going on in the world. It means you are focusing on what's good. You are choosing to see the good through the evil or the good through the bad. So you're focusing on the optimism and the blessing in disguise. And that doesn't mean that you aren't paying attention to other things in the world. You know, I remember years and years ago when my mum was alive, she used to say, you need to watch the news, Liz. You need to know what's going on in the world. And I'd be like, no, I know what's going on in Lizland. And the angels make me aware of what I need to know. If you're constantly looking for the evil things in the world, that's what you're going to be attracting in. If you're constantly thinking the world is out to get you, or you're being cursed, or there's bad things going on, you're going to bring more of that into your experiences. If you think, right, I'm going to focus on what's good in my life and what's good in this connection and what's good in nature and what's good that's going on, what's good in me and them, then you're going to attract more of the goodness in. It says, hear no evil, hear what is good. So what you need to do is choose. This is a choice. You have a choice if you are choosing to listen to negative things or swearing or things that stress you out or get you down, or if you choose to hear good things. And this is also what you are allowing yourself to hear through the people you spend time with. And it's also about you speaking words of love. And then you talk no evil, you talk what is good. So talking evil can be being negative towards yourself. You're being evil to yourself, you're being nasty to yourself when you are shouting at yourself inside or saying how bad everything is. Instead, say what's good. It doesn't mean you're lying to yourself. It means you are changing your perception of your reality. And then God will mould things in to show you your reality as you are speaking it into existence. Think no evil, think what is good. So make sure your thoughts are aligned with what you do want, not what you don't want. Thoughts become things. The mind is a door that the body can enter. And do no evil, do what is good. So focus on doing what's good. If it's good for you to set a boundary, do that. If it's good for you to go in nature for a walk, do that. If it's good for you to leave your phone in another room, do that. If it's good for you to leave your job and start a new one, do that. If it's good for you to actually not communicate with your twin right now, then that's the right thing to do because they may be in a very negative energy. So you've got to do what's right. And they are deciding and choosing what they need to pay attention to as well. And this is all happening in the summer. This is all happening now. So when I call on the summer or think of the summer, it's where we are right now in Cancerian season. So take away what the world is like with time zones and everything else. Things are heating up now. And that's why we've got the sun, so shine like the sun. We've had lots of heat waves here in the UK and also lots of rain and storms because of the heat. So again, what you are seeing mirrored in your reality, whether you see it in your physical world with the sun and the storms, or in a film or a show or something you experience through social media, you're being reminded to shine like the sun, because the sun is the source of all life. The sun is source of all life, plant and animal upon the planet. Without the sun, this would be a desolate wasteland. All you've got to think about is the Matrix. In the Matrix, think about there was no sun. The sun got scorched and it wasn't there. Or think about something like Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials, okay, where there's no sun and it's all darkness, or it's all negative with, the environment isn't very nice. So you have to shine like the sun. So if it's not very nice in your life right now because of what's going on, you have the power to turn that around by shining like the sun. The sun draws up into the sky waters from seas and lakes and from the clouds. He pours rain on crops, and he is even the deity of justice, scattering his rays equally on all. Says Surya is the great renunciant. So what I'm feeling with this is, it's like knowing that it's like saying God. I'm connecting with God in this card. God is the source of all life, plant and animal upon this planet. God created all things. You could connect with God as source, the universe, the higher power, whomever. And this is reminding you how powerful God is in your life. So I say God because that's who I resonate with. You connect with whomever. So if we say the universe is the source of all life, plant and animal. Without the universe, without God's love, this would be a desolate wasteland. So God draws up into the sky waters from the seas and lakes and from the clouds, and he pours rain on crops. So he will give you what you need when you need it the most. And he is here to bring justice in, so that what happens to you is for the best. It's for the good of all. It's for your higher learning, because God is not interested in your comfort. He's interested in your growth. So pay attention to how you feel right now. Pay attention. And then say, what do I need to work on? So I love this, because this is something you can do on your own and as a couple in union, in that inner union. Okay, so pay attention to how you feel today. And if you feel sad, turn it around into feeling glad. If you feel sad, say, why am I sad right now? I'm going to turn this around. I'm here to feel. I'm grateful I've come to Earth to feel. So pay attention to how you feel. And if you feel bad in any way, shape or form, think, what do I need to do to turn that around? What work do I need to do on myself? And it may be that you need to spend time in isolation, nature, gratitude, enlightenment, to recognize the truth, that you are one with source and you are safe. It will be okay. There's no need to fear. Your person is also paying attention to how they feel in their life, recognizing they need to make changes, because even if they try and work together with a karmic partner or something they're doing, it's not making them feel the same. It's not making them feel good. And they also know how you make them feel. So they're paying attention to the memories of you and the way they feel about you, and that's making them realize they need to work with you, not push you away or work against you, to make things happen in their life. And how does your person make you feel? Okay, if they're making you feel bad in any way, then that's why there's a separation. So you can heal that part of you. So pay attention to how you feel and how they make you feel, or how other people make you feel, and then work on those things. It says, what do we need to work on together? So I feel this also reminding you that you have a joint mission, that you have things to learn separately and together to be together. So the universe is helping you to realize how powerful the connection is and what this means. Because remember, this isn't just about being in a relationship. It's about a spiritual connection. It's about the love and the passion and the power between the two of you. So let's get some letters then. So really, love is the answer. So we've got G, we've got I, we've got Z, we've got K, we've got W, N, and we've got N again. We've got B, we've got P, J, we've got O, S, K, L, D, E, Q, and X there. So let me put them up in. Again, they show me like justice for all. So I really feel that they're giving me the word sun and justice. And sun is about the sun shining. They give me the word love as well. Because love is really the answer to all things. So these letters may spell something out directly for you, or they may mean something to you. And that's why I'm bringing them through today. But I feel that you've already received so much guidance in this reading. You just may need to sit with it in nature to take it all in. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Oh, we didn't do the extra cards. Wow. Extra cards, amazing. I knew then there was a reason why I was meant to do these tiles. Speedy progress. What else have we got here? Within days. Let me put these together in a moment. October, November and December and Ace. So what I'm actually feeling is everyone watching obviously is dealing with a different timeline. Because we're all going through similar things, but we're all in different unique timelines. So what I'm feeling is there is speedy progress coming in. Now this could come in within a few days for some of you. It could come in within 8 days for some of you. 8 weeks. It could come in between August or December. For some of you, something big is going to happen in October or November or December or between these months. So you may want to make a note of these, but it's very, very clear something is clearly going to happen around this time. And for me on my journey, I keep getting October as being significant. I've had that month coming to me in many ways, for a long time. But I feel some of you are going to receive things within days. Communication, it could be enlightenment. It could be something going on in your career. But within days, you're going to experience speedy progress. Why? Because you're turning your thoughts around. And then you're going to notice things shifting and coming in. They could come in within 8 days. Something could come in around the 8th of this month or the 8th of August time with the Lion's Gate. Something could come in around the 8th of October, 8th of November, 8th of December. So big things are shifting. You may even start seeing the number 8 because that's a number of abundance. So if you're seeing 888, within days, you're being shown by the universe that speedy progress is happening and something big is coming. So I'm also feeling this could be a sign of abundance coming in between October and December. But definitely something good is on the way. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.